Hello everyone, welcome you all in today's my class. In today's class, I will give you solution of your Geography chapter 4, that is Natural Vegetation and Wildlife Resources. Okay, so let's start this video with solution of this chapter of questions. So first section E, answer the following questions in 10 to 20 words. So first question of this section is, what do you mean by natural vegetation? So answer of this question is, natural vegetation means the plants that have not grown with the help of human beings. It doesn't need help of humans and gets whatever it needs from the natural environment. ओके मैं आपके लिए प्रश्नों के उत्तर को धीरे धीरे पढ़ूंगी ताकि आपको लिखने में किसी तरह की परेशानी न हो। अगर किसी कारण से आप प्रश्नों के उत्तर नहीं लिख पा रहे हैं तो वीडियो को पॉज करके भी आप अपने आंसर को लिख सकते हैं। Okay, so let's proceed. Next question of this chapter. So next question of this chapter, section E, second question is, where are tropical evergreen forests found? So answer of this question is, tropical evergreen forests are spread in the areas of equatorial region, areas of the Amazon and Orinoco Basin in South America, Congo Basin in Africa, Southeast Asia countries. In India, they are common in the Western Ghats, Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Kerala and the northeastern part of the country. Okay. Next, question 3. Why is lumbering an important occupation in the coniferous forests? So, answer of this question is, the coniferous forests generally have evergreen tall and straight trees with needle-shaped leaves. These trees are more suitable for lumbering mainly due to the following reasons. First, coniferous trees are mainly soft-wooded trees which are comparatively easier to cut. Second, the lack of dense undergrowth and creepers help in easily cutting these trees. Okay. Next question of section E is question 4. Distinguish between evergreen forests and deciduous forest. So answer, evergreen forest. Evergreen forests are so dense that sunlight doesn't reach the ground, and deciduous forests are not so dense. Second difference is they shed their leaves at different times of the year, and deciduous forest differences is, second, they shed their leaves at a particular time of the year. Third difference is, these forests are found in the areas which receive heavy rainfall, and deciduous forest, third difference is, these forests are found in a large part of the country. Okay, so ये जो सेक्शन ई का जो क्वेश्चन है, ये इसमें बहुत बड़े आंसर नहीं लिखने थे, इसलिए मैंने केवल 3 पॉइंट्स ही डिफरेंस के लिए लिख लिया है जो मेन है। इसके अलावा और भी बहुत सारे डिफरेंसेस हैं, अगर आप लिखना चाहें तो वो ऐड कर सकते हैं। ओके, नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन 5. Why have some wildlife species become endangered? So answer, species become endangered for two main reasons: loss of habitat and loss of genetic variation. A loss of habitat can happen naturally. Human activity can also contribute to a loss of habitat. Development of housing, industry, and agriculture reduce the habitat of native organism organi- organi- sorry organisms. So answer is question 5 answer is complete. Next we will proceed section F. Answer the following questions in 50 to 70 words. So in this section, first question is, where are coniferous forests located? What types of trees are found here? So answer, coniferous forests, also called taiga, found in the between 55 and 70 degree latitudes in northern hemisphere. These forests, this okay, these forests are also seen in the higher altitudes. Cher, pine, fir, spruce, slurs, cedar occur in pure stands. One species found over vast areas, ideal for lumbering. Okay. Next of section F, question 2. Compare the tropical and the temperate grasslands under the following headings. Areas, natural vegetation. Okay. So answer of this question is, tropical grasslands are found on the either side of the equator and extend till the tropics. This vegetation grows in the areas of moderate to low amount of rainfall. The grass can grow very tall, about 3 to 4 meter in height. The wildlife here includes elephants, zebras, deer, leopards, giraffes. Okay, the savanna grasslands of Africa are of this type. Temperate grasslands are found in the latitudinal zones and the interior part of the continents. The grass over here is short and nutritious. The wildlife comprises of wild buffaloes, bisons, and antelopes. Okay. Next, question 3. Describe the types of vegetation found in desert. So answer, desert environments are so dry that they support only extremely sparse vegetation. Trees are usually absent and under normal climatic condition, herbs or herbaceous plants provide only very incomplete ground cover. Cactus is the most common type of plant or shrubs found in nearly all the deserts of the world. Desert biome is classified. Desert biome is classified into 4 types: coastal desert, cold desert, semi-arid desert, and hot and dry desert. The type of vegetation found different according to the type of desert. Okay. Next question. Explain why forests are considered an important natural resources. So answer is, forests are an important natural resource because they are useful to us in a number of ways. They provide us with timber and a host of other products like lac, resin, gum, medicinal herbs, leaves, honey, etc. Forests help in maintaining the ecological balance by absorbing carbon dioxide and releasing oxygen. They, they causes rainfall and prevent floods and soil erosion. They also provide natural habitat to various species of wildlife. Okay. Next, section G. Answer the following question in 80 to 100 words. So first question of section G is enumerate the various measures of forest conservation. So answer is some important measures of forest conservation are given here. First, reckless deforestation should be checked. Second, the practice of shifting cultivation among tribal people should be stopped as forests are cleared for cultivation. Third, forest fires, which causes a lot of damage to forests, should be prevented. 4. Unplanned or unauthorized urban growth should be checked. Fifth, forested areas should not be converted into farmlands. Sixth, the most important measures is to plant more trees. Large-scale afforestation programs should be taken by the government and other local agencies. In India, Van Mahotsav is a good example. Okay. Let's proceed. Question 2 of section G, that is discuss the steps that are being taken to protect wildlife. So answer is this question. The government has taken many steps in order to protect Indian wildlife. They are: first, the Indian Wildlife Act was passed by the government in 1972 for the protection of plants and animal species. Second, the act banned hunting and poaching of animals and provided legal protection to their habitats. Third, the central and state government have established many wildlife sanctuaries and national parks in order to protect forest and wildlife. 4. Various projects regarding the conservation of endangered species such as tiger and one-horned rhino have been initiated by the government. Fifth, the government, through the introduction of a joint management program, has involved local communities in the मैनेजमेंट ऑफ फॉरेस्ट। सो यहाँ पे आपके इस चैप्टर का सभी प्रश्न उत्तर क्वेश्चन आंसर कंप्लीट होता है। मुझे आशा है कि आपको सभी प्रश्नों के उत्तर सही सही मिले होंगे और आपको लिखने में किसी भी तरह की परेशानी नहीं हुई होगी। सो थैंक यू फॉर वॉचिंग। हैव अ गुड डे।